we actually ran into Rampage Jackson at the Olympia. And first of all, what were you thinking going up to him? Welcome to episode 38 of the Scaling Up podcast. Make sure to like this video, because why not? If you're not subscribed already, what are you even doing? Definitely make sure to hype this video using YouTube's new hype feature. And that being said, it is back to regularly scheduled programming. Just us.
It's been a fucking minute.
Yeah, feels fucking weird not having Doug here. Not talking about Raja. Well, actually, we're still going to talk about Raja for a bit. So actually today we're going to talk about just the fever dream of the past couple months since the Raja incident. Tanner going up to Rampage Jackson at the Olympia. What you were thinking with that. An update on boxing preds on locals, because it's actually been a minute since we've done that as well. And how the Olympia went all in all, including the fucking incredible Michael Hearn scene that we got. And to anybody who only wants to listen to a certain segment or two, we always have timestamps in both the description box and the pinned comment in case you have not noticed yet. So as far as the current direction of the podcast for now, I guess it's back to just, just us talking about what we want to talk about, getting 5K views. Because we said we're going to milk the shit out of the whole Raja thing, and believe us, we will. Any little update that comes out, any court hearing that happens, but the problem with the whole situation right now is there's really not much to talk about. Like Rampage probably told Raja, keep your mouth shut, stop streaming, stay out of the spotlight, which is smart, but it kind of sucks for us because there's nothing to really milk right now.
He literally probably did it just because of this podcast. Like, yo, you need to chill the fuck out.
I'm sure he did it just in general, but
Yeah, with everything. I mean, everybody was. That's like the thing these days. Is people make videos about other people, so you got to be really careful.
Ultimately, though, the whole situation and then Doug blowing up from it as much as we did was so unexpected. But that's pretty much the reason why we started the podcast to begin with. Because when we started the podcast, we were always the ones getting into shit. We were still doing prank videos, and for years, whenever I would have viral shit happen, I would get attacked or get death threats. Or something that I would have thoughts on that I want to follow up and express those thoughts, but there would be no platform to do it because I can't just post a talking video on my main channel. Like, that's not how the algorithm works. That would just kill everything. So eventually we made a podcast, and it was always just going to be filler and just, videos about nothing every week until eventually, inevitably, we would get those viral videos. And then afterwards, people could come and hear our thoughts on it directly from the source. But little did we know that we would end up becoming friends with Doug.
Before all of this happened.
Literally like a month before.
Yeah, right before.
It's fucking crazy. And we became really, really close really fast because like you and Doug and Ian, you guys bonded a lot because of your fighting backgrounds. Like you guys have that in common. Now me, Doug and Ian, what we have in common is our training at Nox Pro. Like that's why we got along so well, because we had the same experiences. We could talk about these things that like, before this whole thing happened, if I mentioned the name Psycho Stu, 50 people maybe in the entire world would know what I'm talking about. Right. But me, Doug, and Ian, we can talk about these things and these shared experiences. And then the fact that the Nox shit is what ended up going viral. And I mean, bro, just if I told you at the start of the year that we would get millions of views on our podcast channel for a podcast with Doug talking about Nox Pro, like, that's just some sort of fever dream. Like, it still doesn't fully register to me.
Yeah, you just never know what's going to happen, because I never knew what the fuck that was. I mean, you told me you went to a wrestling school. I didn't know it was the same one they went to at first, but it's just how shit happens when you least expect it.
Yeah, and then when it actually happened, at first, I wasn't even going to ask Doug to talk about it because I was worried he would get heat, the whole wrestling. You kind of understand how it works at this point. But then as soon as I found out that he and Ian had already left the school and that wasn't even a concern, I'm like, okay, now Tanner, we gotta drop everything we're doing and go do a podcast ASAP. And I remember you still didn't fully understand how big this whole thing was.
Definitely not.
And honestly, I did not either. Like what I meant by this is probably gonna be a big podcast episode is we're probably gonna get like 20K views instead of the 5K we normally get.
Yeah.
Bro, when we were remember when I dropped the episode and you refreshed it, you thought it was like glitching or something?
Yeah, I just got out of boxing class and I just refreshed the feed. It was at like 2K. I was like, okay, it's doing pretty good. And I refreshed it and it said 97K. I was in the gym for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
And then
I've never had a video blow up like that.
I think that might be the most I've ever gotten on anything either. 200K per hour it peaked at. That's fucking nuts. And don't even get me started on the whole age restriction thing, because if it didn't get age restricted, I sound like Ian now. But like,
it would have been in the multi-millions.
God, just imagine like what it would have been if not for the age restriction. But even with the age restriction, it was still getting like 60K an hour while age restricted. Like that never fucking happens.
And then we even reposted it and it blew up again.
Yeah,
which is pretty rare to happen.
Yeah, when you re-upload a video, it's cooked, it's dead.
Yeah.
And our shit like got damn near as many views the second time. So, yeah, just fucking insane situation all in all. And you know what's funny? The other day, actually, somebody, for the first time ever, I got this. I was at the gym, and a guy comes up to me and he's like, hey, you're that guy, which is what people normally approach me and say. He's like, you're that guy with a podcast, right? And my first thought is like, he must have me confused with somebody else. I'm like, yeah, I do have a podcast, but I'm still thinking like, are you sure you're thinking of the right person? Like, it's really not that like crazy. And he's like, oh yeah, you're the guy with the wrestling podcast, right? I'm like, yeah, but it somehow turned into a wrestling podcast. But yeah, that's
of all the years we've been on YouTube, all the videos. Someone says you're that guy from the wrestling podcast. From one video.
Well, it was a couple. We did milk it for a bit. Sure. But yeah, normally it's like you're the Russian guy, you're the guy with the Chinese translator, you're the guy who films with what's his name, Cassidy Campbell, or what's his name, Top Notch Idiots. Like, I get all of those, but the guy from the podcast never got that before.
Yeah.
But shit, man, I think regarding this whole situation, I think we did everything we could to maximize it, like make sure that everybody on our side benefits maximally from it. But as of right now, there's just not really much to talk about. Well, except one thing, there is.
What?
You know what? Before we fully talk about the whole Olympia weekend, we actually ran into Rampage Jackson at the Olympia.
I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna put my hand out to shake his hand. What did I do? Hey, I was just coming to shake his hand and say to clear the air. That's all. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to do nothing. All I wanted to do was clear the negativity. There was too much bullshit in the air. All I came to do was just shake his hand to make sure. Yeah, that's all. No, it's okay. Okay, that's fine. Hey, that's fine. Hey, best wishes. You know, hey, I get it. I got you.
Should I go up to him?
But he knows you too from the podcast.
I don't care. I'll still walk up to him. I'll just be like, bro, Doug's super chill. Like, he just wanted to shake your hand.
But what if he just pops off on you?
And I'm popping off back. Hey, nice to meet you, brother. Hey, I just wanted to say, Doug's my homie. He's a chill guy.
Who?
Doug.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that got in the incident with your son. He just wanted to shake hands.
Bro, I saw a lot of the presidents, they like for the clout chaser, bro.
No, it's not even about that. Like,
Trust me, bro. Have to respect. It's my son.
No, it is. We do respect it for sure.
Yeah.
We get it. We'll do anything for your son, of course.
Hey.
No hate on you, bro, at all.
Bro.
I'm just saying.
I'm not stupid, bro. Leave me the fuck alone, bro.
Stupid about what?
I'm doing something else, man. Leave me the fuck alone.
Why is it stupid, though? I'm literally just trying to say. I mean, it's a public event. It's a public event. I can do whatever I want. I'm just saying. But I'm just saying it's all about respect. Like, I have no hate towards you or your son, and neither does Doug. So that's all I wanted to say.
And first of all, what were you thinking going up to him?
Well, I didn't really think I was going to be a part of this scene. You know, I went to the Olympia with you, just kind of like back up, just to go, you know, I wasn't filming, extra security, whatever. And when he didn't want anything to do with Doug was super respectful, as always. He was like, all right, no problem. So I was like, all right, I'll go up to him. You know, he's here, why not? And I genuinely, like, we do go up to people, try to get reactions. And I'm not saying like I wasn't trying to get a scene or whatever, but I genuinely like was not trying to push him. People say I was pushing him in the comments. Like, you must have not seen my video. Like, I push people sometimes. This was not pushing him. This was genuinely me just going up to him, wanting to tell him how Doug felt, so it could just be, you know, off of Doug's chest. And yeah, as far as like you when you were like, what if he pops off you?
First of all, I asked you if you want me to edit that clip out.
Yeah.
I was editing it. I'm like, this is pretty funny, but like, I know people are gonna talk shit. So
that's why it's going viral, though.
True. But yeah, so when I asked you, what if Rampage just pops off? Which I think is a valid question, because I've seen some of Rampage's clips. And like, I just knew there's no scenario where this ends with us just all shaking hands and walking off happily. Like, he's just not that type of guy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what if he just pops off? And you're like, well, I'm popping off back.
Yeah,
so.
And my mindset with that is just a simple fact that I'm just not a bitch. I'm not saying I can beat Rampage Jackson in a fight, obviously. I'm not a professional fighter by any means. I've never said I was. Like I said, I wasn't all the time. It's just that I'm not a bitch. If somebody pops off on me or if somebody calls me out in a fight, I'm fighting no matter who it is. Simple as that.
And people probably think you're just saying that. Like, I've seen comments that say you're just saying that because you're at a public event and you know he's not going to do anything.
Yeah, no, this is...
Yeah, people, like, Tanner is just a different species.
That's just how I grew up. And I feel like people took it kind of wrong. Like, they thought that's me saying I could beat Rampage Jackson in a fight. Obviously, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying...
Could you?
In a street fight, probably not. Like, in a certain scenario, in a boxing match, way past his prime, today's date, I might be able to. In his prime, fuck no. But in a boxing match, maybe. I don't know. He's past his prime. I'm a little taller. He's as big as me. He's big, but, you know, I just got to keep my jab, stay long.
All right, so for the people who are here just after the Doug thing, that are confused why Tanner is even here, for those of you that don't know, this happens a lot. These situations happen a lot. Yeah. And it's kind of a tradition to ask Tanner, like, what would he do if something happened?
Right.
So, like, let's say Rampage, in that situation, he's sitting down and then he just stands up and decides, starts popping off. What do you do?
So my tactic...
What's your strategy?
My tactic would be to just stay long and use my jab, because we had a guardrail in between us. So he wouldn't have been able to take me down. So I could have just used my jab and used, you know, I've been training Soviet-style boxing. They're big on footwork. I would have just stepped back, hit him with the jab, step back.
Now, what if he
it would have frustrated him.
What if he hops over the guardrail?
I would have had to try to go for some hooks. As he was hopping over, I would have had to fight dirty. Because if he hopped over, like, and he still had energy and he was still good, I might be fucked at that point.
So on my end, as soon as we got to the Olympia, it's always like walking into a fucking war zone at first. But as soon as I realized that all of the unpleasant people that I would prefer not to see are not there, I'm like, okay, hopefully this is just, you know, a calm, peaceful video. The viral moment is Mike O'Hearn finally stepping on the scale. Like, that's genuinely all I fucking wanted. Like, I was not going for trying to get death threats or any of the usual expo shit. Then, like, 5 minutes into the expo, we find ourselves at a UFC booth. I think Doug had a friend there or something, or somebody stopped us, and they told us that Rampage Jackson is going to be here tomorrow. And it's like, well, shit, we have Doug with us. At this point, like, we can't not interact. And Doug, like, he genuinely...
Yeah, a lot of people think, for anybody watching this from the Rampage shit, if they are, a lot of people think Doug was going to see Rampage. I just want to say he wasn't going there to see Rampage. None of us had any idea.
We literally asked Doug to join us at the Olympia before the Raja thing ever happened. Yeah. So Doug has been planning to go with us for months. But as soon as we found out Rampage is going to be there, Doug just wanted to, you know, make peace and shake hands. I'm like, again, I just don't see any scenario where that happens. Like, I just don't see this going well. But I'm like, okay, and the off chance that somehow, like the 1% chance they actually do shake hands and make up, you gotta ask him his height and weight after. Like, that's what I want to get out of all this. But I just knew, like...
Instantly he saw us, he was just like, flicked us off. He's like...
True. It's fucked up, right? All right, before we go into the rest of the Olympia talk, we forgot to mention, actually, that Doug was actually on SmackDown this past week. A lot of you guys have seen it. He was part of the security breaking up the fight between Drew McIntyre and Jimmy Uso. And normally, I mean, that's very standard for like an indie wrestler to be an extra for WWE and be one of the security guards breaking up a fight. Happens all the time, but I feel like this is significant with Doug because from what I know, he was actually backstage as an extra many times in the past. They would never let him go out before because he just looks like too much of a character, like he would outshine the actual wrestlers. And even if you look at the comments on the videos of the scene that he was in, even the people that don't know who he is are like, who's that? Is that Aleister Black? Is that Lance Archer? Those are wrestlers that he kind of looks like. So you could see why they didn't want to send him out before. But the fact that they sent him out now and the reaction it's getting, I mean, fuck, hopefully it's a step in the right direction.
For real.
Hopefully he gets picked up soon.
Yeah, the fact that everybody's talking about it, like even making videos about it. Like,
right.
Just,
like I've seen wrestling news pages that I follow talking about it. And that never, ever happens with any extra, ever.
The most famous extra?
Right, like even when it's like NXT, which is like a developmental territory for WWE, so people there are like kind of known. When they're used as extras, like even that's not talked about. Like I've never seen an extra talked about this much. So shit, yeah, hopefully it's a good sign. Congrats to Doug. And yeah, shit, hopefully full-time in WWE soon.
Yeah.
Now back to the Olympia, besides the Rampage stuff, and actually including the Rampage stuff, this year's Olympia video was so fucking good. And I'm so glad because going into it, if I'm being fully honest, I did not want to really even go.
Really?
Like with the pred catching stuff, I'm having such a good time doing that. That's going so well. It's just like I don't want to go back to the old stuff. But it's like I still know that just the weighing people, that's still right now for me the most like profitable, the most highest return of investment use of my time that I could do. So like even if I don't want to do it, I kind of have to. But I'm glad that it all worked out in the end. I feel like it worked out just perfectly because it actually brought a bunch of new eyes to the pred catches, and it proved my theory that I talked about at the start of the year. If you remember, after we went up to Wes Watson, did that video, when I was just like done with doing pranks, what I was most frustrated about at that point is that I literally would have been better off doing the LA Fit Expo video, disappearing for 2 months, coming back with the Wes Watson video, then disappearing again until the next banger. 100%. Everything I did in between like was literally a waste of time. I literally said I would have been better off doing like so many other things than just these outdated character prank videos that should have been left in 2019.
I said it before. We should have started pred catches right when I moved here.
I mean, way before that, honestly.
Yeah, even before that.
When YouTube started allowing that type of content with police presence. Right. But I'm glad to be right on that because, like, literally exactly what I said. I come back with a banger, and it's like I was never gone all these months on my main channel. Like, it got just as many views as it would have been gotten if I was posting fucking bullshit. I don't know what.
That just
Jason Laha videos in between.
Just reaches like a dead audience.
I was actually kind of worried that the channel is completely dead and that it would get 20K views. So that was another concern I had. Like, I knew it would still blow up on like Facebook, TikTok, but I'm like, is this just gonna get 20K views on YouTube and be embarrassing? But glad to be wrong, and I feel like that's in part because it was such a banger. I feel like as long as I come back with a banger on my main channel when I do, like, I'm good.
Yeah, I feel like that's how it is with YouTube. A lot of people, when they take a break, they take like some spiritual journey and then come back with some bullshit content. But like if you come back with what you know blows up, it's probably gonna blow up still.
And again, it's just so fucking good. The video starts off closing up a loose end from the past with Sam Sulek. Like, on a different year, that Sam Sulek scene could have been the main scene of the video. And it would have still been an okay video. But that's just how the video starts. That's just the first couple minutes of the video. So that's how you already know it's about to be a fucking banger. Of course, then the Mike O'Hearn stuff. That was just another whole fever dream, all of that. And I think Mike and I are actually cool now.
Yeah, even just the scene where at the booth was a banger. Even though we didn't really get to interact, it was still fucking hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie though, I would have been pretty disappointed though if that was all we got.
For sure.
Just because if that was the first time that happened, great. But the fact that last year's booth scene was like way crazier, it kind of would have felt like a bit of a downgrade. So if that's all we got, I would have been a bit disappointed. Even though, again, it would have still been an okay video. I think people would have still watched it and liked it. But when all the commotion was going on at the booth, Mike just completely no-sold me the whole time. He acted like, I'm John Cena, you can't see me.
He was really like walking around taking pictures.
Yeah, at one point I'm like, Mike, I'm still in shape. And he's like, and he just keeps walking. So I'm pretty sure he did end up leaving just because he had enough. Like there was Kenny KO ended up showing up. Like, oh, we should talk about Kenny KO too at the end. But yeah, there was just so much going on at the booth. He's like, fuck it, I'm out of here. So at that point, you know, that fan comes up and tells us, and you're like, come on, we gotta go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I guess let's go chase after Mike.
Yeah, the reason I saw him leaving is because the black guy, what's his name that was at the booth?
Drew.
The buff, Drew.
This is Drew.
Drew was like being...
This is a girl.
Yeah. Yeah, Drew's a girl's name. But Drew was being like top-notch security the whole time, like would not let us get, he would stay in between us. So as soon as he left like that, I was like, fuck, Mike's gone. So I didn't even see him leave.
But the funny part is he was leaving with Mike. And then he walked in the other direction to get food.
Yeah, he thought it was safe at that point. He didn't think we were going to like follow him out.
Yeah, but...
not as good security as he thinks.
Right. He said this year was going to be different. Well, it was. It was way better than last year. But we're chasing Mike out, and the whole time I'm like, okay, like, let me run for the camera, make it look like I'm trying. But like the whole time in my head, I'm like, Mike is just going to keep walking.
Yeah,
like, if we catch up to him, like, what's the point of this?
I was like 50-50, like he's either going to stop or not, but we have to try.
Yeah, I was having the mindset of I got to make it look like I'm trying for the camera. But I'm like, there's no chance he's actually stopping to talk to us. And then he does. And the whole time in my head, I'm like...
At the perfect area, too. Away from everybody.
It was quiet. Audio picked up good.
No fans to interrupt, so he could just be his true self.
Oh, I think that's the truest we've ever seen Mike, like in any video ever.
Sure. Yeah, like I've been watching Mike for years on YouTube and on your videos and shit, and I've never seen him like be like talk real like that.
Yeah, and the whole time that's happening in my head, I'm just like, what is even happening right now? Like, I was not expecting that at all. And I guess let's address what he said about me coming up to him right after he talked to the kids who lost their father. So I'm just gonna take his word that that's the reason he has actually hated me for all these years. There was actually an interview that I saw of him before I ever went up to him. And in that interview, he was already talking about me, how he doesn't like me because I'm like a journalist or something. So he already didn't like me beforehand. But I'll take his word that that's just what made him like absolutely fucking despise me afterwards. So I obviously legitimately had no clue that he had just talked to kids who lost their father. The first time I talked to him, I went up to him and I reminded him that like Rich introduced us back in the day, and he was being cool at first, and then when he just switched up as soon as I brought up the height and weight, I just thought like, man, this guy's a fucking asshole. And that's all I knew. For the next year, I just thought like, damn, like Michael Hearn's a dick. And I honestly was not even gonna come up to him again to ask him his height and weight again, because I only ever go up to people once. Like, the height and weight isn't actually about height and weight. It's always been about who's an asshole and who's not. Like, that's the real test. So people might not know this, but Tanner is actually the one who started this whole Michael Hearn thing, because that next year is the first year you went with me, and you're such a big fan of Mike that you're like, come on, we got to go up to him. Like, fuck it, it'll be a good scene. And I'm like, why? Like, I already went up to him. Like, what's the point? You're like, just trust me, it'll be funny. So we go up to Mike, and that's the second year. That's when he first told me that, like, you came at a bad time last time. But in my head, as soon as he said, let's go up to Mike, I'm like, I'm not going to let him, talk in circles around me. I'm going to rebut everything he says no matter what. So I'm going to play the clip right here. He's like, last time you came at a bad time, I was talking to these kids who just lost somebody, and then you came up and did your little video thing. And I look at him and I'm like, what do you mean video thing? It's a video.
All right, so we teamed up before, but you came at a bad time last time. Obviously, we got a line here, and sometimes you get a fan that like lost somebody and they're going through something, and you came up. It was like the worst time to do your kind of video thing. I get it gets views, right?
What do you mean kind of video though? It is a video.
Huh?
What do you mean kind of video though? Like, it is a video. Like, why be condescending?
It is a, I don't know what you would call that.
You would call it a video. I don't know why kind of video.
Yeah, he's right. It's a video.
So
Video thing.
So, like, looking back now, I can kind of see, like, what he's talking about, why he just, like, did not want to talk to me from that point. And that's, like, after that, our interactions after that was I tricked him in disguise, and then he didn't want to talk to me. Then the following year, he just didn't want to talk to me. So I'll take his word that it was because of that.
It's kind of a misunderstanding on both parts.
Yeah, I hope that's what it was, and I genuinely hope we're cool now. Because as far as it goes with Mike, if I had to describe how I feel about Mike, I would say grateful. Because number one, him telling me to come back in shape, like, I already wanted to downsize. I knew at that point, like, being 260, 270 is just retarded. I need to come down. And him telling me come back when you're in shape, like, gave me a reason to, like, actually do it right then and there. And it made it cool. Like, this whole Michael Hearn cut, like, turned into this giant spectacle. Now I look way better, feel way better.
So he did inspire you to get and stay in shape, like, overall?
Well, I would have downsized one way or another, but it made it way cooler, I feel like, to do it because of that.
More of a reason?
Yeah, rather than just like, oh, I'm gonna lose 40 pounds. Like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah,
people think you're, like, sick or some shit.
And then the other thing, the second reason I'm grateful for Mike is because, honestly, the whole height and weight thing, like, people have known for years. Like, I have not been getting those genuine reactions that I was getting at first when nobody knew who I was. Like, now everybody fucking knows. They know to be on their best behavior. So it's like the same as like when Kenny does the natty or not. They're like, oh, of course I'm not natural. See how honest I am? People are like that with me. Like, oh, see, fuck everybody else who lies. But like, nobody really lies anymore because they know they can't lie. So like, it hasn't really been the same for years. The only thing keeping that alive and relevant has been the whole saga with Michael Hearn.
And sometimes the new influencers that blow up, I guess. But even them, I guess they know. Like,
outside of like a complete lunatic like Mike Van Wyck, like, we're not gonna get reactions like that anymore. Everybody just knows. They know not to act like that because they know what's gonna happen to them on social media afterwards. So yeah, I mean, if not for Mike, this series probably would have been dead long ago. But that being said, I really, really, really do hope he just steps on the fucking scale next year.
He says he's never going to.
But it's like, he has to come up with a clever way not to. Like, a clever reason why not. because otherwise I feel like that's kind of lame.
Maybe when he comes to do a pred catch with us.
Oh, well, I guess we could talk about that. So I actually talked back and forth with Mike a little bit after the Olympia, and he told me that he wants to actually do a pred catch with us. And I don't know if he's 100% serious, but geez, that's like something we would sit and joke around about, like as like a dream scenario, like doing a pred catch with Andrew Tate or something. Like that's pretty much the same level, like something that we just like joke about, like, oh, what if this happened? Like,
that'd be fucking insane.
Yeah, so geez, I hope it does happen. If you guys want to see it happen, go blow Mike up respectfully, of course.
Yeah,
like don't be like, you fucking fake natty.
Yeah, be like, looking forward to seeing you on scaling up catches. Go catch some preds.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be fucking legendary. I mean, imagine the talk Mike O'Hearn is gonna have with the pred. Like the pred that we just posted, the last video. Imagine Mike O'Hearn and that pred having a conversation. Then Sanders coming in. Like, yo, that's gonna be like next level fucking legendary video. Hope it fucking happens.
For real.
Like if I had to pick the video I want to do the most right now, it would probably be that.
So that's your dream guest on a catch?
I would say top 5 dream guests for sure. Just because of our history now.
Well, the history also, he just would be genuinely one of the most entertaining people to watch, to talk to.
Oh, absolutely. But even more so because of our history.
Right.
Like we just made something out of nothing. This whole height and weight thing we have going on. Like, you know what I want to happen next year at the Olympia with Mike? I want to make it like a whole fucking, like it's a lifetime achievement award or like a Hall of Fame induction. Like before he steps on the scale, like have a fucking performance, have like Kenny KO, have the Titan owner, have Mona like give speeches before he finally steps on the scale like that. I think, but that would only work if he actually steps on the scale.
Bring him to the main Olympia stage. Imagine.
I mean, somebody left a comment that people think the Olympia is about the main Olympia show, but it's actually about whether Eric gets Mike's height and weight or not. That's actually how it is for me. Like, as crazy as it sounds, like the way the Olympians are preparing for the show, trust me, I'm fucking preparing to get Mike's height and weight. I mean, I'd even argue that it's a better ROI use of my time, but
for most of them, yeah.
Yeah,
or
I mean,
unfortunately.
Sadly.
Fucked up as it is.
I probably get more out of it than like,
no doubt, than most of the
so I'm basically
stage.
getting 4th place at the Olympia.
Most of them lose
least.
money being there.
Yeah, but I'm basically like 4th place at the Olympia with how well the videos do. Now, I guess that's pretty much it for the Olympia talk. Really hope the pred catch happens with Mike, and really hope we're actually cool now.
Yeah, I feel like Mike finally understands what this whole thing is after that last conversation. That was a really refreshing conversation to have with Mike.
For sure. And let's give an update on what's going on with locals. Actually, for those of you guys that didn't know, we have a locals where for $10 a month, you're supposed to see Tanner box spreads every single week. Should I play the trailer right here?
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, we box spreads every single week. Head on over to scalingupcatches.locals.com and for only $10 a month, help support the cause and see content like you've never seen before. Link in pinned comments.
That's the trailer. But it actually has not been every single week because, what was it, at the start of September? The gym that we were doing it at, you still train at, fucking legends, goats, for like even allowing us to get started with this. They're just like, you know, they're doing like what, 14-hour days, 6 days a week. And then like basically they keep the gym open for us afterwards, and then preds come on pred time. So they were basically like, it's just too much. And so we basically had to find a new location, and obviously it took a while. Ian was gonna allow us to do it at the gym where he trains clients out of, but then Ian actually had a kid. Congrats to Ian and Alana, by the way, for scaling up baby.
Scaling up baby.
Yeah, pretty fucking cool. But yeah, so they literally just had a kid when we were about to get back to doing the boxing matches.
Not to mention, it's just not the ideal location.
So the issue with that location too, it's like 2 hours away from us, which 2 hours in pred time is a lot can change. They can change their mind so many times. Like, this all has to be timed perfectly. And then the other issue is, not only is it in the middle of nowhere location wise, but it's in the middle of nowhere as far as like there's no restaurants or anything nearby. So we would literally have to tell them the story of, hey, my mom or my dad owns this boxing gym. That's the only place I can meet. Like, we would have to find preds dumb enough to believe that, then show up to a secluded location where it's fucking dark at night, pitch black.
A warehouse-looking gym.
It looks like a fucking horror movie. I mean, that's still a backup plan, and still super grateful we have that option. But just this past week, we actually found a new location, which is right by both of us. And yeah, we should get back to doing the boxing matches like ASAP.
Yeah, I can't fucking wait.
And it's right next to McDonald's too.
Yeah.
So at the last location, we would always meet them at McDonald's, and McDonald's is just the ideal place to meet the Preds first.
The way the tables are set up inside and shit.
Right, but the fact that there's a McDonald's right by the new place, I'm like, that's how I knew it's meant to be. And yeah, hopefully it goes well. We're gonna shoot to do a new one this weekend.
It's definitely not quite as fancy as the other gym looks, but it'll do.
It has a ring. Now the ring is very, very small.
Yeah.
It kind of
I actually like.
It worries me it's gonna be like a fucking massacre in there. Like
I actually like that.
There's nowhere to fucking move around. But as long as it has a ring, like as long as we're not doing it on fucking grass, like it's fucking homeless people, you know, I'll take it. And it's right next to McDonald's. Like that's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah. No, it's good. I like the location.
So yeah, we're gonna shoot to do some new ones this Sunday. Again, Preds can flake. A lot can happen. But we're aiming to have a new one dropping next week. As far as the podcast going forward, let's see how this episode does and go from there. Because nowadays, we're kind of at a point where if it's not helping us scale up, then we're just not doing it. So with the podcast, I guess, going forward, it's just whenever there's something to talk about or, you know, updates about the Raja case.
But we would also like to just sit here and talk about nothing. So if you guys really want to see that, make sure you like and hype the video.
Like if you really, really want to see that, see, this is one thing I've learned too. Unfortunately, you can't listen to what people say in comments. I mean, shit, initially I got a comment, hey, that was your boy in the Raja situation, you should interview him, before I even knew about the Raja situation. So, like, sometimes you do get good ideas from comments, but people writing in comments, we want to see this, we want to see that, I look more at numbers, right? Like, if the numbers don't reflect that, then, you know, like when people would say they want to see a certain character with the pranks, but then that performs super terribly, it's a 10 out of 10 video, do you really want to see that? Like, I'm sure there's a certain subsection of fans that do want to see that, but ultimately it's just like we're losing money, losing time doing that, so.
Yeah, life's short, we're only getting older.
Yeah. Like, it's time to fucking scale up. The more time goes on, the more it's like every minute has to be spent scaling up. As far as with the catches, I can't stress enough. Like, every time I talk about this, I just love it more and more. Things feel like they're, you know, finally falling into place and we're not just spinning our wheels. Sometimes I ask you, like, imagine in an alternate universe, we would still be doing the same thing we were doing last year. Like we were doing the year before and the year before.
There's just no way by now.
And just like losing more and more money and like expecting a different result somehow.
There's no way by now. We gave it long enough.
Like I literally get sick at the thought of still doing pranks.
I mean, literally like 5 years straight, pretty much. We did it, right? And like, we're not talking like, we're talking every single week. Every week. Like, there was not a week that I missed some years. Every single week for like years, we posted pranks.
Well, I had a year where I posted weekly, but then it was just not possible.
I feel like a little bit of advice for anybody trying to be a content creator too. Like, the way you blow up on YouTube changes, like, over time. Like, back then, all you had to do was be consistent. Now, you have to post quality over anything. Quality is what matters most these days, because pretty much everything is flooded. Like, there's other people doing it, so.
Title, thumbnail, super important.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I watched Eric do a podcast recently, and one thing he said that really stood out to me is like, if I can't make a video into a series, I'm not even doing it. Like, it's a waste of time. Because as you do a series, like, you just get better and better. Kind of like the height and weight. Like, I can, you know, do that in my sleep. Like, I already know exactly how the video is going to be structured and stuff. And with pred catches, it technically is like one giant, it's basically like every video on the pred catching channel is the video that people subbed for. Whereas my main prank channel was just a fucking mess, bro. It's a fucking disaster. There's like 10 different... Okay, so first of all, Cassidy Campbell, fuck you. I know we're cool now, but you fucked us both up. Because with the character... Bro, what the fuck is the character shit? Like, there's like these 10 different characters. People don't even know that it's the same person. So some people sub for Vladimir, some people sub for the creep character. They don't recognize anybody on the thumbnails. Then there's the height and weight as myself. It's just like all over the fucking place. Then there's the short subs. It's just a fucking disaster. Like, I can see why, you know, that channel was just a dead end. Whereas with the pred catches, it's like people sub for that type of video and it's going to be that type of video every single time. But it's not just that. Like, I just enjoy the pred catches so much more.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's fun. And it's doing something good.
It's definitely a lot more fulfilling than going around parks and putting fish into people's bags.
Moaning people's ears, John. It's still memories though. Like, I'm gonna look back on that when we're older.
For sure, but some time needs to pass for me though. Right now, it's like pure PTSD for me. Like, Even thinking about that.
You never go back and watch your old pranks?
I do sometimes, and I'm like, holy fuck, I can't believe I did that. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for this episode. Make sure to like this video. If you want to see more podcasts, definitely make sure to hype it as well. Subscribe to the Cat channel, of course. That's where we post the most. And join our locals for $10 a month, where you can see Tanner box spreads. And you're going to see it again very, very soon. Oh, also on the locals, going forward from now on, we're posting the uncensored versions of the YouTube catches. So a lot of people complain that there's a lot of censoring. Like, why do you censor the word 15? Just when you do pred catches, you kind of have to. Like, we don't make the fucking rules. But on locals, it's like fully uncensored. So it's the same video, but without all the beeps and police sirens. And the part where we come into the Sting House and check them for weapons, we can't put that on YouTube, but it's
which is honestly
locals.
One of the best parts of the video. So it makes it worth it just watching that.
Yeah. Until next time, we're out of here.